Hello, and welcome back to Swahili 21st Century. I'm Dr. Chopin, your host and teacher, and as promised, we will be talking about the Swahili noun, Part 2. First of all, we'd like to find out if you got a chance to pluralize your me class nouns. And so remember what the rule is: to remove the M from the beginning of the noun and attach MI. Remove the M and then attach MI. And then in doing that, you pluralize the word. Look at our video number 1, part 1, and there we go over the me class noun. These are nouns that are plants, trees, and elements of nature. So today we're going to talk about noun classes 5 and 6. These are commonly known as the G-Ma class nouns. We have this asterisk here because this indicates the plural form of the noun. G is the singular form, Ma is the plural form. And it's commonly known as noun classes 5 and 6. Now, the GMA class nouns, some of them are described as Arabic loan words and some human body parts. So let's get started. We'll look at the different nouns and use the concept of transliteration to help you know how to say the word or pronounce the word. First word is Django. Django. It's building. Django. 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 Jeraha. Jeraha. That's altar. Jeraha. Or you can say Jeraha. I like to roll it off my tongue. Jeraha. Jeraha. Ulcer. These words that are have asterisk prefix to them, these words are already in the plural form. So we'll talk about pluralizing GMA class nouns later on. This word is pronounced magufira, magufira, magufira. Or you can even say magufira, kind of like a raspiness in the back of your throat. Sometimes the East Africans, they'll use that sound. But to make it easy for you, you can just say magufira, magufira, magufira. Forgiveness, that is forgiveness. Jibu, jibu, answer. Jibu, jibu, answer. Gigi, city. Gigi, Gigi, city. Jiko, kitchen. Jiko, kitchen. Gina, name. Gina, name. Gina. Juto, remorse or regret. Juto, juto. Jokofu, jokofu, jokofu is refrigerator. Jokofu, jokofu. Now this word has a double vowel. We have two A's here, and you must pronounce each vowel separately. So here, you of course pronounce your syllable M-A, and then you pronounce that A by itself, and then S-I-A. So it's pronounced ma'asia, ma'asia. This is sin. The word means sin, ma'asia. Now there is another word for sin, but this is the one we're using right now. Ma'asia, ma'asia. Blessings is majazi, majazi, majazi. Majazi. God's power is makadara, makadara, makadara. Conspiracy or plot is majungu, majungu, majungu. And remember, the stress is on the second to the last syllable. So for this word, the stress is here. Majungu, majungu. God's grace of God or God's grace is majaliwa, majaliwa, majaliwa. There's the stress right up in here. And then lastly, for this list of words, you have ears, which is masikio, masikio, masikio. Now, it can be a challenge, but as you practice more and more and more, it'll get easier. And I know that having words that have this I making an E sound, it may sound strange to you because, especially, if you're an English speaker, but once you say it more and more and more, you get used to it, you will say it easily and it won't be a problem. Now, I just want to let you know that when you go to pluralize, the rules for pluralizing GMA class nouns, with most of them, because not all words in the GMA class start with the letter J. Many of them do. Many of them do. And as you've seen, we have on that previous page, all of them here start with the letter J. Excuse me, I said G. I believe I said G. But anyway, all of them start with the letter J here. But not all GMA class nouns start with the letter J. So when you're attempting to pluralize them, you just have to follow a special rule. And what you do is you leave the word intact and just add the prefix MA to it. So that is true for most of the words. You leave the word intact and you just add MA. But there are a few exceptions which will be mentioned later for the words like Gina, Jicho, and Jiwe. Gino, Gino, Jicho, and Jiwe. Gino, Jicho, and Jiwe. These are, they handle just a tiny bit differently. So you'll need to practice on your own pluralizing these words. You just, as we've already indicated, take the word, leave it intact, and add the letters MA to them. These are some nice words. Robe, Joho, shape, Jisimu, stage, Jukwaa. And when you have a double vowel that's the same vowel at the end of a word, you have to stress it just a tiny bit. So instead of this being Jukwaa, it's Jukwaa, Jukwaa, because the stress is right here on this first A. Jeshi, Jeshi, army. Jengele, Jengele, small intestine. Jifu, carcass. Joko, furnace. Jumba, mansion. Jeneza, coffin. Jalada, book cover. Jopo, panel, meaning a panel of people. Jedwali, Jedwali, a chart. Jinamizi, nightmare. Jimbo, state, meaning like the state of California, the state of New York, or province. Jivuli, shadow. Jongo, arthritis. Jabali, boulder, and Jaliko, which is invitation. Take and pluralize those and make them into more than one. Now, we're going to talk about those exceptions. They are irregular. There's three of them. Jicho, Jiwe, and Gino. So let's look at them. First of all, Jicho means eye. That's your eye. That's one eye. That's not two eyes. So in order to pluralize this word, you have to remove the JI. That's different from the other words. You don't have to remove the JI, you just attach MA. But in this word, you remove the JI, you remove it, and then you add MA. That's that MA here. And then you put the MA with the CHO, and what is Jicho, one I, becomes macho, more than one I or two I's. So you go from Jicho I to macho I's. Next is Jiwe, stone. One stone, one stone. In order to pluralize it, you remove JI, you take it off, and then you add MA. So you have MA plus WE. Jiwe, stone, becomes what? Mawe, stones. Mawe is pronounced Mawe. And then finally, this word Gino is very different. It's very different. It's tooth. Tooth. So you remove the JI, but you do not add MA in this instance. You add ME plus the NO. Instead of having mono, you have meno. So you go from Gino, tooth, to meno, teeth. I want you to see that. It's pronounced meno. You don't add MA in this instance. For this particular one, you add ME. Now, there are some GMAR class nouns that do not start with J. Here, there are very many of them, okay? These start with other letters of the alphabet, other consonants, and even you have some vowels here. So the first one is car. Gari is pronounced gari. The next one is chugio, chugio, filter. Boma, fort. Daraja, bridge. Embe, mango. Fumba, a handful, like a handful of peanuts, a handful of popcorn. Kusudio, kusudio. This is objective. What is your objective? What is your aim? What is your intention? Lalamica, lalamico, lalamico. Complaint. Lalamico. I said lalamica because actually lalamica is the verb form and it means I complain, but this is the actual noun, the complaint itself. Lalamico. Nanasi is pineapple. Nanasi is pineapple. Ongezo, increase. Well, the business experienced an increase in capital. Ongezo, ongezo. Pafu, pafu, lung. Lung. Then paja, thigh. Paja, thigh. Paji is forehead. Paji, paji is forehead. Now this word here is kind of long. Requebisho. It's an amendment or correction. Requebisho, requebisho. And then shati is shirt. Shati is shirt. And then tumbo is stomach. You can take these also and add the MA to the beginning. Just add the MA. So this would be, gari would become magari, which would give us cars. Daraja would be madaraja, which would be bridges. Mango would be mango, which is embe, would turn to be my embe, which would turn out to be mangoes, and so on and so forth. So go ahead and make those plural also. And so you got some homework to do. You got these words to practice. Just add the MA. That's all you do is add the MA. And then you need to also add the MA to these. These are the ones that do not start with the letter J. And before you know it, you're going to be an expert. And try to commit them to memory. Put them on flashcards. Put them around the house. You might want to maybe put a sticky note in your car to let you to remind you that that's how you say car, gari, or I don't know, put a sticky note on a shirt in your house, in your closet, so that you can remember that that's how you say it in Swahili, shati, and etc., etc. So, we want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for viewing this video. We'd like you to please subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and I will answer them as soon as possible. And most importantly, we want you to remember that this service is sponsored by the Center for Education in Black History, Theater, and Research. As they say in East Africa, tuta onana baadaya